She threw them all out with two handfuls.
Please rise.
I'm working on it, baby. Just be still, man. You did good. Beautiful, man.
Very beautiful.
When they both cry, it's a good sign.
Please be seated. Welcome. Vitajte. Benvenuti. Glad that you are all here.
Sure.
We are gathered here today to celebrate one of life's most sacred moments, to give recognition to the worth and beauty of love, and to cherish the words which will unite Katie Britt Smith and Paul Brandon Lantini in marriage. Amen. On behalf of the bride and groom and their parents and families, I want to welcome you all here today. Each of you is a significant person in Katie and Paul's life, and your presence means so much to them. My name is Reverend Samantha Gonzalez Block, and I'm very honored to be officiating Paul and Katie's wedding today. Katie and I have been close friends for over 7 years now, having worked alongside one another and seen each other through many rich chapters. One of the richest, of course, was when she met Paul, who has become a dear friend to me as well. I'm so glad you two found each other, and I'm going to do my best to hold it together during the service. Katie and Paul, today you are surrounded by dear family and friends, so I want you to take a moment to just take it all in. Take a look out there and see everyone who's here. All that love, breathe it in. Notice this beautiful place that we are gathered. This is likely the only time that all of these people will be assembled. They came here from near and far because they adore you both. And they are here as witnesses and participants to bless you as you take this momentous step together. We also take time to honor those who are present here in memory. Paul and Katie, the cherished individuals who we will name aloud, and they're here on this table, you can see photographs. They have impacted your lives and inspired you to grow into the generous and thoughtful people and partners that you are. So for each name said, you will light a candle so that their presence can be felt all the more.
That means she's getting married next. She touched the flowers. That means she gets married.
Today we remember Salvatore Michael Lentini, Ernest Richard Smith,
Give me a minute.
There's such a thing as spiritual light as well. Why don't we just hold up that candle maybe when their name is mentioned. Yes. Ernest Richard Smith. Angelina Parmigiano Lentini.
Always prepared.
Enough to sign my hand.
We're good. We're lifting the light.
William Ray or Bill Lomax.
There you go.
Kenneth Byron Williams. Virgie May Lee. And Phyllis May Williams. Today we honor and welcome their memory. You can come on. That was a good try. It was good. It's beautiful. You can hold hands. If you want. Friends, marriage is a lifelong gift and commitment. It's not a time when individuality is left behind, but rather fully nurtured through an equal partnership built on steadfast love, mutual respect, and unending devotion. Understanding this, I charge you both to enter into this marriage freely, with clear and ready hearts, yearning to extend and receive love for all of your days.
Amen.
I'd now like to invite up two of my favorite people, Matt Hoffman and my son Javi here, to offer a very special reading.
What a cool name.
What if? What if our religion was each other? If our practice was our life? If prayer was our words? What if the temple was the earth? If forests were our church? If holy water, the rivers, lakes, and oceans? What if meditation was our relationship? If the teacher was life? If wisdom was self-knowledge? If love was the very center of our being?
That's awesome.
Yeah, right.
And now to hear these words from Rumi entitled, This Marriage. This marriage be wine with halva, honey, dissolving in milk. This marriage be the leaves and fruit of a date tree. This marriage be women laughing together for days on end. This marriage, a sign for us to study. This marriage, beauty. This marriage, a moon in a light blue sky. This marriage, this silence fully mixed with spirit. And Katie and Paul, I'm going to offer you some words of reflection together. So I'm going to invite you to come over here next to your beautiful bride, Paul, so that I can look at both of you as I talk to you. You can cheat out a little bit because everyone wants to see how beautiful. Okay. Did you ever hear the story of these two rivers? I'm talking about the French Broad and Hominy Creek. You see, the French Broad was this Brevard girl who flowed all the way through Asheville, colliding with Hominy Creek, a nice local guy. When the two found each other, you look like you heard this story. When the two found each other, they knew they belonged together. And so they decided to join forces and joyfully flow as one.
That's right.
Katie and Paul, today you are getting married at the confluence of where these two lovers, I mean rivers, meet. And just like the French Broad and Hominy Creek, you, Katie of Brevard, and you, Paul of Asheville, your lives have collided, harmonized, and flowed so beautifully side by side that you are choosing to continue to cruise forward together. For those of you who don't know this incredible story, wade on in. It all began back in early 2019 on Bumble, a dating app that Katie hesitantly joined, and Paul, who joined as well, liked the concept. On this app, the woman initiates the conversation. So one day while scrolling, Katie noticed this humorous, handsome profile. His name, as we know, was Paul, and his array of pictures were a bit mysterious. In some, he rocked a beard, in some, he didn't. Katie was intrigued and sent a message. Are you beardy, Paul, or not? He responded, no beard, you? She wrote, I haven't shaved my face in, gosh, forever. Now, no beardy Paul thought, I'm in. This girl is funny. And so things moved from casual beard banter to grabbing a few beers together. Their first date turned into 3 hours of nonstop talking, and it ended with a bold ask. A second date in just a few days on Valentine's Day. Well, as you can imagine, it wasn't a date. You crushed that second date, though. And things flowed smoothly from there. Then, just beside the ocean, a few years later, Paul proposed, and Katie said yes. Katie and Paul, in one another, you have found a best friend, a musical jamming partner, a champion, a collaborator, a fellow dog lover, and someone to tenderly embrace and nonstop laugh with. One thing is for certain. Since your lives began rolling side by side, you have helped each other grow into the best versions of yourselves. Paul, when I asked Katie some of the things that she loves best about you, she said, it is your compassionate spirit. You are the first to be a friend to anyone, especially those who feel friendless. Your imagination and creativity are a wonder. For instance, she cracks up when you talk in your Charlie refined dog voice. She loves your warm, gregarious nature and the ways you always notice her internal qualities and encourage her to shine bright. Katie, when I asked Paul some of the things that he loves best about you, he said, it is your stellar humor, like when you talk as Olive, your dear dog. He loves your immense kindness and empathy. For instance, you don't just put yourself in someone else's shoes, but you walk a mile in them as well. And he admires your loving heart. You are so giving and tender, attentive to even his blood sugar, as well as to the food you share and the many adventures you experience together. After hundreds of days of saying, I love you, now it seems only fitting that your lives have brought you to this day, where you are pledging to continue to say, I love you, for as long as these rivers flow and the wind blows. So, as you make this grand commitment, I want you to bear in mind that the journey ahead will have its fair share of easy low tide days, and as well as high tide challenges. Like all couples, you will face unpredictable circumstances along the way. But remember, you are not walking this path alone. You have everything you need right next to you and right in front of you. The Ganga White poem that was read by Matt earlier asks a series of what-if questions. What if wisdom was our relationships? What if love was the center of our being? What if prayer was our words? These are critical questions for you to seek answers to together in your conversations, in your actions, every morning, every evening, every day. After all, marriage is a sacred choice that you will make daily, and questions like these will invite you to stay humble and love hard. What a gift it is that you will be husband and wife, and that you will be able to express gratitude for one another, laugh, explore, and discover side by side, listen intently and offer forgiveness, never forgetting that you're on the same team, and daring to fall in love with one another.
You just disconnected, that's all.
And daring to fall in love with one another again and again.
We can
each
hear
day.
you.
Hello? 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 Oh, we're back. Are we back? We're back.
Yay.
Dear friends, what began as a little beardy humor on the internet has become a mighty river of love, strong enough to move mountains.
Set that up.
So keep flowing on towards happiness that knows no end. Congratulations, friends.
Yeah.
Paul and Katie, you'll now exchange your sacred wedding vows. We remind you that marriage is a precious gift and that these vows made before this community should be kept out of a desire to love and be loved fully and without limitation always. And Katie, you're up first. I'm gonna get you a microphone. I'm gonna get you a microphone. We have one. That's you, right? I can hold it for you if you prefer.
Paul Lentini, my love, my favorite, my big strong man, my best friend, my person. One of the things, as Sam has said, that I love most about you is your ability to be friend to those who need one most. Those who are lonely, struggling, feel pushed away, unloved. You'd give the literal shirt off of your own back and your last dollar to someone who you sees needs it more. You bring the same heart to what we have, times 1,000, bringing genuine care, understanding, and unquestionable devotion home with you every single day. You're my confidant, my rock, my go-to, and my love. You are my red and yellow knight. We were dating for about 6 weeks when you accidentally told me that you loved me. Your eyes got big when the words slipped out of your mouth, and if words could be shoved back inside, I believe you would have done that. You told me that I wasn't supposed to know that for another couple of months. The truth is, I already knew it. The truth is that I said it back because I'd also been wanting to tell you for a while. In true Paul Lentini fashion, you paved the way for me to show up with you as the most genuine version of myself, and you've been doing so ever since. Today I promise to stand with you in this love and face life head on, no matter what may come our way. Today I promise to have your back, to be honest with you, to advocate for your and our best interests, to challenge you, to wrestle you to the ground, to care for you, to show up for you and alongside you, to put us first. Today I promise to help you find your keys and your wallet and your phone and your insulin pen and anything else, like every single day. I promise to laugh at you, and I promise to laugh with you. Promise to cry with you and celebrate with you, to mourn with you, to encourage you, to support you, to be with you, and to choose you every day. Mój mąż, moja laska, ja cię miluję dnes, wczoraj a navždy. Amen, now until death. The adventure that lies ahead for us will certainly be full of ups, downs, and surprises. When you trust your partner with your life, the way that I trust you with mine, the unknown suddenly becomes less daunting and more an exciting experience waiting to happen. Let the adventure begin and continue with you and I hand in hand and side by side from this day forward. I love you, Paul.
Amen.
That's precious.
Touch that.
Right?
That's why I went first.
To my love, Katie, your heart is a very big place. Love seems to pour out of it endlessly, and you share it with everyone you meet, as everyone here can attest to. You are my best friend, my partner, and my world. I find myself more and more enamored with you. each day, month, and year we spend together, and I can't wait to see where our journey will take us in the future. Do you remember going to Atlanta with me for my birthday a few years ago? You do. The whole city was littered with those electric scooters they have like all over the place. And Katie wasn't super stoked to get on one at all. Nevertheless, you got on one too. Oh my God. Because you knew how important it was to me. And we only got close to getting hit by cars a few times. That's one of the many times I fell in love with you, and I continue to fall in love with you every single day. Katie, I promise to love you every day for the rest of my life with my actions, my words, and my body. I promise to always kill the spiders in the house for you. Sorry.
You want tissue?
I promise to hold the light of your love to my chest close and nurture the fire that your heart holds. I promise to protect you from whatever dangers this life may offer us and from anything that would stifle or repress you. I vow that our home will always be a loving space we can grow together in. I vow to guard your right to express yourself in whatever way feels best to you. I swear by the moon, the sun, our ancestors, and these rivers that we are and will be a force to be reckoned with.
Amen.
I'm not a perfect man, and I will occasionally fail. I know that you're perfect for me, and that I'm close enough for you. No matter what adventures and experiences we have, know that I'll be by your side, standing next to you, sharing with you forever.
That's sweet.
Yeah. It's begun.
Beautiful. Having heard these vows shared for one another, I'm left with one critical question for each of you. Katie, do you take Paul to be the partner of your days and the companion of your house? Will you vow to create a bond of love, honesty, respect, I'm loving this, respect and trust, one that withstands the tides of time and change and grows along with you? If so, please answer, I do. Hold on. Do it again. I do. Paul, do you take Katie to be your partner of your day, the partner of your days and the companion of your house? Will you vow to create a bond of love, honesty, respect, and trust, one that withstands the tides of time and change and grows